algorithm in computing, then problems solved by algorithm, properties of an algorithm, evolution of algorithm, and algorithm as a technology. So we will be looking every topic one by one. So the first topic is a role of an algorithm in computing. Correct? So understood. I hope this is fine with all of you. So the role of algorithm in computing. Now what is the role of algorithm in computing? What we have to do? So we have values or set of values, right? So we have values or set of values with us. Now, what are we going to do with these values or set of values? We are going to process them. Correct? So this is my processing part. The values or set of values are getting processed. Fine. So that's my processing part. Right. And what I get from this, I again get values or set of values, right? After processing. So this particular is it is my output part. Understood all of you? This particular is my output part. So what I have few values which are getting processed. See, I have few values which are getting processed, and then from that I get an output. So this is a role of algorithm in computing. That particular processing is a role of algorithm in computing. Correct? We have the values or a set of values, and then they are getting processed and we get a output from that. So that's my role of algorithm in computing. So what are the values or set of values are called as? It is called as input, right? This processing is a algorithm, and this is called as output. Correct? So I have input, that input is getting processed, that particular processing is an algorithm, and then we get an output. Fine. So this is what is the role of computing in an algorithm. Correct? See what we have. So this term algorithm, this particular term algorithm is a set of rules which are used to solve some real life problem. Correct? So it provides a loose form of a solution in a pseudo programming language. Right? For a given algorithm, it is the case to program the solution. What does happens to the algorithm? This algorithm bridges the gap between natural language description of the solution and the syntax of programming language. Correct. So this is how the algorithm plays an important role in a computing. We have few inputs, those inputs are processed, and then we get an output. So that particular processing is my algorithm. So I hope you have understood the role of computing in algorithm. So we'll take an example. So example is a, say, sorting problem. Correct. So for the sorting problem, I have input. What is the input? It's a sequence of numbers. Say A1, A2, A3 up to AN. So my sequence of number is an input. What's an output? The desired output or is the required output is the reordering of number. Reordering of numbers in such a way that I have A1 is less than A2 is less than A3 and so on is less than AN. So this is my sorting problem and a input and required output to a given sorting problem. Understood all of you? So for this, I will say the processing part is an algorithm. Right? So how do I process? I have a very simple process. I may have a very simple process that comparing the first element with second element. If the first element is bigger than the second element, then swap. So likewise, I will be doing swapping and processing for all the elements. And at the end, I will get a required output, correct? So that particular processing or that particular, those particular steps are called as algorithm. So I hope you all have understood the role of computing, role of algorithm in computing. So in the place of computing, we use the algorithm everywhere. For the place of computing, we use the algorithm everywhere, right? So this is how the algorithm plays an important role in computing. Now we'll see what kinds of problems which are solved with algorithm. So what kinds of problems are solved with algorithm? Right. So can anybody tell me what kind of problems are solved with algorithm? Can anybody tell me what kinds of problems which are solved with algorithm? Yes, please. So many discussion we have in a previous lecture, and still nobody is answering. Can I know what sort of problems we solve through the algorithm? Okay, I will give you a few examples which are solved through the algorithm. Correct. So, for example, we have a sorting problems, searching problems. We have a problem of shortest distance. We have optimization problems. Optimization problems means a problem where we have the maximum gain, or a problem where we have a maximum profit, or problem where we have a minimum expenses, right? Something we need to optimize, some variable which we need to optimize. So we apply algorithm to uh, to optimize that particular value. Fine. So those are the optimization problems. So now on this line, can anybody tell me few other problems? We have now going to the higher level, um, the internet, where we use this algorithm. So internet, so search engine. Few more examples. Can I have few examples from students? Then we have say analysis part, data analysis, which we do through the algorithms, correct?
Divide and conquer.
Yes. So that is one of the strategy, divide and conquer. So we have the strategy to solve the problem, correct? Okay. So these are the different kinds of problems which we solve through the algorithm, correct? We have a multiple, uh, we have multiple problems, right? In fact, every problem requires a help of algorithm to get solved. Without a systematic step-by-step execution, we cannot solve any sort of a problem, correct? So we need a help of algorithm to come to the solution. Okay, so I hope these two topics are clear with the students. So the role of algorithm in computing and what kind of problems which are solved via algorithm. Now the next part is I want to ask you a very simple question, right? Just an introduction to this topic. So what are the different types of complexities, algorithmic complexities? Can anybody tell me what are the different types of algorithmic complexities?
Ma'am, time complexity and space complexity.
Very good, very nice. So first we have a time complexity, and next we have a space complexity. So what is this time complexity or the specs complexity? The time complexity is the amount of time which is taken by an algorithm to solve a given problem. Correct? So that's your time complexity. And what's the space complexity? The space complexity is amount of memory required by the algorithm to solve the given problem. So time is in a time complexity is with the axis of a time, and the space complexity is in the is with the axis of the space or the memory which is required to solve the given algorithm. Correct. So these are the different type. We all know these types of algorithm, but the only thing is how to find it out is the question for us. So that we will be learning in the analysis part. So how to find the time complexity, how to find the space complexity, that we all will learn in the analysis part, right? Now the next important topic for today is a properties of an algorithm. Fine. So we all must know the properties of an algorithm, right? So the first property, actually we all have discussed these properties of an algorithm in our previous lecture also, but still today I will repeat in more elaborative form, right? So the first property of algorithm is input. Correct. So what is this input? So your algorithm may have zero or more input arguments, right? So it depends upon the problem. Your algorithm may have the scalar input, may have a vector input, may have arrays, trees, graphs, or any other kind of a data structure, right? So you can have multiple forms of inputs to your algorithm. Right. So now in line with this, can anybody tell me what must be the next property of an algorithm? In line with
Output.
this? Yes, good. So the next property of an algorithm is output. So what's this output? So algorithm reads your input, process the input and produces the output. Right. So depending upon the problem which is there in your hand and the type of input, we will have the output also in the form of either scalar, vector, array, graph, trees, or any other data structure. Right. So I hope you understood where we use the data structure. So data structures are used for storing purpose, right, or for a handling purpose. How to handle this inputs or the variables? We have the help of the data structure for handling these inputs and outputs. So there are different data structures, scalar, vector, arrays, trees, graph, right? So we are using all them to handle input and output. The next property is definiteness. Right. So what is this definiteness? Okay, I will give a clue for what is this definiteness. So definiteness means all instructions in an algorithm should be unambiguous and simple to interpret. Correct. All instructions in algorithm should be unambiguous and simple to interpret. So this is my definiteness. So I must be definite, right? I must be definite while reading those steps of an algorithm. There should not be any clue of ambiguity. So there should not be multiple ways to interpret the same instruction. What does this definiteness says? There should not be multiple ways to interpret the same instruction. Correct. So I will write over what is this definiteness says. Unambiguity, right, or unambiguous is unambiguous. Correct. Simple, easy to interpret. And the next part it, your instruction must be precise and concise. Correct. So this is what all the definiteness says. Then we have finiteness. Next property of an algorithm is a finiteness. So what does this finiteness means? Can anybody tell me what does this finiteness means? What can be the finiteness?
Ma'am, every algorithm must terminate it after a
Very
finite number of steps.
steps, right? So every algorithm must get terminated after a finite number of steps, right? So what does it mean? Your algorithm may have loop, but those loop must have upper bound to get it terminated, so that the loop will run in some finite number of steps and then it will be terminated, correct? If you have recursive calls also, those recursive calls should have a base, a proper base, so that recursive calls will be terminated at some moment of a time. So that's my finiteness, correct? So what does the finiteness says? The finiteness says about the execution of an algorithm, how long the execution of all algorithm will work for, how long it should go for. So that is all about the finiteness. And the next part, the last important property is effectiveness. So your algorithm should work effectively. It should be written with some basic steps, right? It should not happen that I propose the algorithm and then it is very difficult for me to implement the algorithm. So I must be able to implement my algorithm with a basic set of instructions which are there with me. What does it mean? See, I can do a multiplication with multiple additions, right? So multiplication can be executed with basic steps of instructions. So in a similar manner, I must be able to execute my algorithm effectively. I must be able to implement my algorithm effectively with basic set of instructions. So that is what is my effectiveness, right? That is what my effectiveness. So so if I go for the sorting problem, so what does the sorting problem says? So sorting problem is the one, like when I go for sorting, I sort the things by using the looping, then swapping techniques, and similarly with the comparison, right? So this is how my algorithm which I has been proposed should be effective. So once it is an effective algorithm, I will be able to effectively process and implement the algorithm with basic sets of instructions. Correct? So these are all different properties of my algorithm. Understood, all of you? So I hope this is clear with everyone now. What are the different properties of an algorithm? So today what we have covered is, we have started with why we are studying this particular subject, that's a why algorithm, right? After that we have moved to the after that we have moved to the why we are going for the analysis part, right? Once we have seen why we do the analysis, what are the different design aspects, after the design aspects we have actually started with the syllabus. So what we have seen in the syllabus is the different topics. The first part is the role of algorithm in computing, then what kinds of problems which are solved with algorithm, types of algorithmic complexities, and properties of an algorithm, right? So does anybody having any doubt in today's section?